Welcome back to Rowdy Rants. I'm Rowdy. Thank you for coming. I'm going to talk about the one subject that I have resisted talking about because it's such a heated subject and it's hard for anyone on either side to address it without a great deal of emotion getting in the way, and that's abortion. We're going to talk about abortion, or at least I am. If you don't want to hear it, find somebody else to watch. You see a whole lot of political brouhaha on the subject of Roe v. Wade. For those that are unsure, what Roe v. Wade did was it was a court case that established a woman's right to privacy between her doctor and herself. That's exactly what it did, and that affirmed the access to abortion. I'm not going to try and judge on the ideals behind Roe v. Wade, except to say that Roe v. Wade did not take into consideration that there is another human being there that can't speak for itself yet, or at least a potential human being. And if somebody can come across the southern border and have human rights, then you can't say that a potential life has no rights. Like I said, I'm not going to attach a great deal of emotional content to this. I'm not going to go on a religious tangent with this. I'm handling this exactly the way it should be handled. Now, Roe v. Wade is before the U.S. Supreme Court, more or less. And a lot of people are worried about how the Supreme Court's going to handle it. That's the main thing that I'm looking at. And in my personal opinion, Roe v. Wade should be not overturned, but should be nullified with prejudice of the court that it will not come before the court again. Why? Okay. Why is, one, it should be a state issue, not a federal issue. Because Roe v. Wade ignores the rights of a potential life. Period. If Roe v. Wade is nullified and the issue is sent back to the states, each state can then decide whether or not to support abortion, or in what context to support abortion. Nobody in their right mind thinks that states are going to outlaw abortion altogether. They won't. There are medical needs for abortion. That goes without saying, and I'm sure that will happen. But when the U.S. Supreme Court does nullify Roe v. Wade, one of the things they need to do is they need to eliminate federal funding to Planned Parenthood on a national level. If there will be funding to Planned Parenthood, it should be limited to block grants through the state. That way the state can decide whether or not it is appropriate to fund Planned Parenthood in that area. Now, I'm sure there are going to be some people, I'm absolutely sure, that are going to be screaming about back alley abortions and the threat to a woman's life and so on. Do you think that's not happening now? We're practically at the level of a third world country as it is. And the best thing to do is to turn the issue over to the states, let the states decide, and the system will provide appropriate care. That goes without saying. Now, a lot of people are going to be also saying, well, if I'm stuck in a state that doesn't support abortion, it violates my rights. No, it does not. You do not have a right to eliminate another human being or a potential human being. That can never be anything less than a human being. Period. You can take all the semantics in any direction you want. You can also go ahead and start squawking about how no vagina, no opinion. Wrong again. When women start getting pregnant without the consensual act of making that child with a man, then men shouldn't have an opinion. But as long as there is a potential impact to a man, yes, that opinion is valid and should be heard. I'm not saying it should trump a woman's opinion. Absolutely not. However, it should not be vetoed or barred. That's it. That's all I've got to say about it. Send it back to the states. Federal government has no business in the subject. I thank you for watching. My name's Rowdy. These are my rants. Have a great day.